Wysteria, energy, twister.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to the Drac Von Stollor collection. The next tale is called Death in the Wilderness. As I walked along a lonely path through the forest, the beauty that surrounded me was breathtaking. The trees in the forest overpowered me, and the sunshine that beamed down covered my whole body like a warm blanket. Before I could take it all in, I felt like an evil presence was following me. I knew something was wrong, but I just kept walking faster and faster in an attempt not to lose focus on my destination. Even though I could hear my heart beating out of my chest, I had to keep pressing forward to my cabin just beyond the stream. All of a sudden, an overwhelming feeling of panic took over my whole sense of being. I dared not look back, for if I did, it might have been the end. My cabin was just in sight when rain suddenly came pouring down, drenching my clothes. I feared for my life and did my best to muster up enough energy to reach my cabin, hoping whatever evil lurking behind me wouldn't take me from this world I loved so dearly. I yelled. I just knew someone would hear my cries for help. Unfortunately, no one answered, and I was losing my footing on the muddy ground. I was freezing. I muttered to myself about how such a bright, sunny day turned dark and gloomy. It didn't matter though. The vast world I once knew was about to end. Anything I could say to find comfort in, and warmth was so close, but yet so far away. I took my last breath and fell to my knees. I begged for mercy, but evil doesn't show mercy. My body lay helplessly on the steps of my cabin, my eyes closed for the very last time. Never again would I see the beauty that once surrounded me. As the rain continued to pour, the forest seemed to mourn the loss of the brave soul who had succumbed to the evil lurking in its shadows. Little did anyone know, deep within the woods, a powerful and malevolent force had taken root, feeding off fear and despair of those who dared to venture near. This entity, known as the Shadow Weaver, had been lying dormant for centuries until now awakened by the presence of a vulnerable human soul. Unaware of the darkness that had befallen their beloved forest, the nearby villagers noticed a strange and foreboding change in the atmosphere. The once vibrant and lively woods now exuded an aura of fear and apprehension. Whispered tales of disappearances, eerie encounters, spread like wildfire among the villagers, leaving them on edge and fearful of stepping foot near the forest. Within days of the tragedy, a group of brave adventurers and skilled warriors decided to investigate the mysterious occurrences and bring peace back to the forest. Among them was a young and gifted mage named Alara, known for her unparalleled ability to commune with nature and harness its energies. As Alara and her companions ventured deeper into the forest, they could sense the malevolent presence looming over them, growing stronger with each step. The woods themselves seemed to come alive, trees whispering dark secrets, and roots seemingly snaking across the floor with sinister intent. One night, as they set up camp, a haunting melody echoed through the trees. The sound was hauntingly beautiful, yet it sent shivers down their spines. Alara recognized it as an ancient elven song, a plea for help and a warning of imminent danger. The forest was trying to communicate, and Alara knew they needed to listen. She closed her eyes, allowing her senses to merge with the forest's essence. The trees seemed to speak to her, revealing fragments of the Shadow Weaver's history. Ages ago, an evil sorceress had been trapped within the heart of the forest by a powerful spell cast by a coalition of malevolent beings. However, over the centuries, the magic that bound the sorceress weakened, and this allowed the malevolence to seep into the forest and corrupt its core. The Shadow Weaver craved freedom and sought to manipulate and consume the souls of unexpecting victims to regain her power. With newfound determination, Alara vowed to put an end to the Shadow Weaver's reign of terror. She sought guidance from an ancient hermit who lived deep within the forest, a guardian of forgotten knowledge and keeper of powerful artifacts. The hermit revealed a prophecy that foretold of a destined hero who would wield the lost relic known as the Lightbringer to vanquish the darkness. To Alara's astonishment, she was the chosen one mentioned in the prophecy. The Lightbringer, a mystical staff believed to hold the essence of pure light, had been hidden away for centuries, awaiting its true wielder. Their quest to retrieve the Lightbringer was perilous, filled with obstacles. Alara and her companions faced treacherous trials, encountered enchanted creatures, confronted their deepest fears. Along the way, they formed unbreakable bonds and learned the true meaning of courage and sacrifice. As they drew closer to the location of the Lightbringer, the Shadow Weaver grew increasingly desperate. She sent her minions, twisted and corrupted creatures of the forest, to impede their progress. But Alara's determination and her companions' unwavering loyalty proved too formidable adversaries. Finally, after a grueling journey, they reached the sacred chamber where the Lightbringer lay dormant. With a touch of destiny, the staff awakened and resonated with Alara's pure heart. Empowered by the Lightbringer, she could feel an immense surge of energy course through her very veins. Back at the edge of the forest, the villagers gathered to witness the climatic confrontation between Alara and the Shadow Weaver. The once fearsome sorceress, now manifesting as a sinister and imposing entity, taunted Alara with promises of power and dominion if she chose to join forces with her. But Alara stood firm, knowing that the path of darkness only led to destruction. As the final battle ensued, the forest itself seemed to lend its support to Alara. The trees swayed in harmony and the wind carried whispers of hope and courage. With a burst of radiant light, Alara unleashed the power of the Lightbringer, and the forest erupted into a dazzling spectacle of colours and pure energy. The Shadow Weaver shrieked in agony as the light consumed her, returning her to the depths of her eternal prison. Peace was restored to the forest, and the malevolent presence that had plagued it for so long was banished. The villagers rejoiced, their faith in the forest's goodness reaffirmed. Alara, now hailed as a hero, was offered a permanent place among the villagers, but her heart belonged to the woods and its mysteries. With gratitude and sadness in her heart, she bid farewell to her new friends, knowing that their journey was not over. Alara chose to wander the forests once more, continuing her quest to protect the world from darkness and preserve the beauty she held so dear. And so, the legend of Alara, the Lightbringer, spread far and wide, becoming a source of hope and inspiration for generations to come. The forest's beauty remained untouched, thanks to the bravery and selfishness of a young mage who dared to confront the darkness and bring light to the world. And though her story faded into the annals of time, the spirit of Alara lived on, embodied in every ray of sunlight that bathed the woods in its very warm embrace. The end. Thank you for listening to this wonderful tale. Please hit the like, share if you can, and if you've not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Many blessings.
Wysteria. Energy. Twister.